Hey y'all, it is your girl Chastity, and I am back with a quick message from God. I wanted to just share with y'all a quick, word of encouragement / testimony, whatever the case may be. Just a quick word with y'all about a recent experience that I had. So I went on a cruise, I want to say about 2 weeks ago or so. And when I was on this cruise, we went to the club, like me and my friend, my family, like everybody. We went to the club like two nights in a row. And the third night we went in, it was like going to be a different experience, like in a different location, had a different name. So we were like, okay, maybe they're going to have a different genre of music. Let's go and see. No, we walked in, they was playing Sexy Red. And so we left out because we were over it. We were like, I am tired of hearing Sexy Red talk about her brown booty hole. I'm tired of hearing Sexy Red just talk about just all this nasty, like just, and even like the first 2 nights when we were at the club, like they played a mixture, but it was predominantly hip hop music. And y'all, I don't listen to secular music anymore. Unless I'm like at a family gathering and that's what they're playing. I mean, that's what they're playing. But for me in my house, we're going to praise the Lord. And we do not listen to secular music anymore. Like, I don't listen to rap. I really don't even listen to R&B. I mainly listen to gospel, like gospel rap, all that kind of stuff, even gospel R&B. But just because the closer I got to God, it revealed that to me that was something that I needed to prune out of my system, out of my playlist, out of my life, period, is be mindful of where my ear gates and eye gates are being exposed to. So I stopped listening to secular music. But going on this cruise, y'all, we went to this club. And granted, I haven't been to the club in God knows how long. Like, I haven't been to the club at least a year. Like at least a year. And so listening to this music, y'all, that's why you have to be mindful of what your ear gates are being exposed to. Listen to this music. I had like a whole dream one night. But before I get into this dream, I want to share it was such a good experience though, because me and my friend, one of my really good friends from church, she went on a cruise with me and my family and stuff, and my dad's organization, all that kind of stuff. She went with me, and we met some other believers. So the night before the cruise docked back into Galveston, where we left out of, we stayed up to like 3:30 in the morning just talking about God, and everybody had the same consensus, was like, I had to stop going to the club. Like one guy we met, we actually interrupted him when he was about to go to the club. Well, he interrupted us or ran into us, and we started talking, and so we interrupted his plans. He was going to the club that night to celebrate his sister that was on a cruise, like it's her birthday weekend or whatever. And we ended up just talking about Jesus, and all four of us had the same thoughts, that how we no longer listen to secular music, and going to the club just those 2 nights had already started poisoning our mind. Like one guy was like, I knew it was bad when I got back from the club one night and I was in a shower talking about pow, pow, pow from Sexy Red. My friend was like, y'all, I was in a shower talking about get it sexy. I said, y'all, like it was so funny, but it's so crazy, because when God remove you out of certain things and prune those things out of you and change your taste buds, it's so easy to get sucked back in. So you have to be mindful. You have to be so careful and mindful, because we all four was saying this, and I was like, yeah, like the song just Get It Sexy is just stuck in my head, on top of like all the other rap songs that we listen to. And some of them songs was so, as they were playing, like we was like, my God, that's what I be listening to these days. I see why y'all so trying to be wanna be hood and gangsters over here killing, shooting, and doing all this mess, because that's all they playing in the songs. Y'all still stuck in sin and having premarital sex because that's all they talk about, and you're curious, you become desensitized to those things, and it doesn't feel like sin to you because it's the norm. You're listening to it, it's in the music, it's on the TV, it's everywhere you look is about sex, 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 but they are not promoting sex with your husband or your wife. Marital, they're promoting premarital sex and one night stands and all that. So I definitely want to encourage y'all to be mindful. If God has been putting it on your mind, because for me, when I stopped listening to secular music, I started getting disgusted. Like, songs would come on and I'd be like, oh my God. Like, I started really listening to what they were saying in the music, and I was disgusted until God was like, yeah, I'm removing that taste. And that's something I even had to pray about. So for those that you're like, it's hard for me to stop listening to that because that's all that I know, or like a certain habit or thing, God is just waiting for you to invite him into that situation. You cannot do it on your own. You can't do anything on your own. You can't stop having premarital sex on your own. You can't stop any addictions, whether it's drug, alcohol, money, gambling. You cannot do those things on your own. You have to invite God in. You have to invite God in. God is standing at the door waiting for you to open it and welcome him into your situation. So I want to be very mindful and clear about that. Don't try to do it on your own and be like, okay, well, I'm going to stop because I know it's wrong, or I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to walk with Christ. You can't do it on your own, baby. And don't even fool yourself and think that you can. But as far as my dream that I had, like after the second night of going to the club, y'all, no, the third night, when we tried to go, we were in there for literally a minute or two and left out. I had a dream that same night that a dress that I wore on a cruise for like one of the dinners, I did not realize how exposed it was at the top. Like it wasn't very modest. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all, until after I wore the dress and we took pictures, and I looked at the pictures and I was like, oh baby, no, I can't even post these pictures. Now I need to get it's like a dress jumpsuit from Fashion Nova. I was like, now I need to get this away, because God convicted me, and I felt convicted when I looked at those pictures of me in this dress. So in my dream, I had that dress on, and I was wearing this dress to work, y'all. Crazy. But before going to work, it's like a woman, I don't even know who the woman was, but she basically, like, it's gonna be a little explicit, so if you cannot handle it and you ain't real, then you may need to log off. But she like ran her finger up my butt crack, okay, y'all. And I am not homosexual, I am heterosexual, but this was a dream. She did that, and then she was like basically touching on me inappropriately. She didn't touch me in no private areas besides that, but she was like touching on me, like just little gentle touches and stuff. And in the dream, I started feeling horny, and I'm like, now what's going on here, because I don't like women's. But she was also I had left her. I was like, I gotta go to work. Like, it was just some random woman. I was like, I gotta go to work and stuff. But in the dream, I was really contemplating about going over there and possibly engaging with her sexually, like whatever that may look like. And this is in a dream, and it's like as if I was in the dream, but I was also a watchman. Like my conscience was a watchman, and it was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you gonna really choose between your job, like work and sexual pleasure with a woman of the same sex. And so in the dream, I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go to work or whatever. And then I got to work a little, I think right on time, but I had to go change. And I went to the restroom. All of the stalls were dirty and nasty and stuff. And I was putting on this dress that I told y'all that I wore earlier that same night. And I was like, dang, I ain't bring no bra. I can't go out there to work with like my breasts and like my chest being exposed and stuff. Like, I can't go out there and sell. It's like as if I worked at Nordstrom Rack again. I used to work there years ago, but as if I worked at Nordstrom Rack again, I'm like, I can't go out there selling like this. And then the dream pretty much was over. And when I woke up, God was just like, Yeah, because you're allowing sin to creep back in, or that lifestyle to creep back in because of the things that you're engaging in, like going to the club. We don't do that no more. Girls in the club was all on top of each other. Girls were twerking all over men. All the songs were just promoting, whether it was same sex or just sex in general, drugs, money, just all that kind of stuff. Every majority of the songs, like we did line dances, and they played a little R&B and all that kind of stuff, but majority of the music was just secular. And so God just brought that to my attention. He was like, that's why you had that dream, because you were engaging in, at the club, and we was lit too. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. It was very nostalgic, but it was like, baby, this lifestyle don't serve you anymore, so you can't engage and you can't do the things that you used to do, because this ain't you. As well as the sex part, God was like, when you listen to that music and it is poisoning your mind, your ears, like, protect your ear gates and your eye gates. But as you're listening to those things, that's why you're having dreams about these things, where you in a dream was debating if you wanted to go have sex with, not just sex with a woman, but sex in general, go have premarital sex or go to work. Like, girl, what? So I had woke up and I'm like repenting. I'm like, God, I'm renouncing, any covenant that tried to be created in that dream. I'm renouncing the secular music, the things that I was exposed to while being at the club, all this other stuff. But I just want to encourage y'all, be mindful of places and spaces that you put yourself in, because sin will creep up. Sin will, whether it is in real life or in your dreams. And God will be warning you if you do not change your ways, or if you revert back to the past. So y'all notice in a dream, I was going back to a place that I used to work at. I haven't worked at Nordstrom Rack in buku years. So if you revert back to your past lifestyle, you will find yourself falling back into sin, doing things that you have no business doing, or even considering doing things that you didn't do in the past. But the fact that you're desensitized to other things is like, well, I'm gonna get some kind of pleasure out of it, because I don't have sex with women, have not had sex with women. But the fact that I was contemplating and thinking about this in a dream, that says a lot. I was like, now, I don't have sex with women, but just for the pleasure aspect, I might even, and the Lord knows that is not of me, that is not in my character, that's just not, period. But I just want to encourage y'all, be mindful of what you are exposing yourself to, even if it's momentarily. Like, even after we went to the club, like after that, we was them 2 nights, we was like, we can't go back no more, because it is poisoning our mind. The fact that we in a shower just doing stuff to my get it sexy, pow pow pow, all that other stuff. No, the secular music gonna stay gone and gonna stay out, because I'm trying to have a pure mind. I'm trying to walk this walk with Christ to the fullest, and trying to be a disciple and be a vessel, be in the image of Christ. I'm not trying to be in this world and of this world anymore. Like 2 Corinthians 5:17, y'all already know that's one of my favorite scriptures. Therefore, if any man being in Christ, he's a new creature. The old has passed away, all things have become new. So I'm not trying to go back to the old things, like in that dream, going back to that old job, wearing that dress, because that dress, that romper thing that I had on, I haven't worn it in like 2 years. And like putting that on again, and that's when I wasn't dressing as modest as I do now. Like going back to those old things and allowing those old things to creep back in. You have to be careful, because it's just the simple things like that outfit, it's a simple thing. That kind of music, simple things that allowed me to have that dream. And God was warning me, this is what you're doing if you continue engaging, even if it's just one time. You have to be careful and protect your ear gates, your eye gates at all times. I just wanted to just share that with y'all. Be mindful, y'all. Protect your ear gates and your eye gates. And if I had my phone, I'm recording on my phone, I would give y'all a scripture. I know I was reading my Jackie Hill Perry daily, Lord, why the mind, my daily my daily bread, basically. I think yesterday morning, and it was about Lot's wife in Luke chapter 6 verses 32-ish. Don't quote me, but talking about Lot's wife when God had basically was in Sodom and Gomorrah, was causing havoc over there, and Lot and his wife God sent the angel to basically save them, and they were escaping, and the angel told them, do not look back to that past life. And Lot's wife did, and then she turned into a pillar of salt. So God was just reminding me about it. He was like, don't look back into the past. That lifestyle, those things, those people do not serve you anymore, especially if they are still living in sin. You do not do that anymore. You have been made a new creature in the image of me. So do not end up like Lot's wife, because you want to look back, and then you end up as a pillar of salt. You end up being under destruction because you decided to look back. She was almost out of that thing, y'all, and then homegirl gonna look back, and then there you go, pierced. So do not be like his wife, y'all. I just want to give y'all that encouragement. If God has took you out of certain things, continue just partnering with him, leaning on him, so that he can continue taking you higher. He can continue elevating you, continue pruning you. But don't get afraid of this newness and look back to the past and then slip back into sin or back into old habits, ways, relationships, and things that no longer serve you. Special shout out to everyone that came out to my hike and hill. It was a success. God was pleased. We talked about unforgiveness. I'll do a video later on this week just talking about things that we did, and just give y'all some tools, those that are still dealing with unforgiveness, so that you can break free from that trauma and from that covenant that you may be in as far as unforgiveness. But share this video with someone that you feel like they can use this word. And if you are not a part of my family here in the community, make sure you subscribe and follow me on other platforms. All right, y'all. Oh, and y'all see, this was what I was talking about on my live the other day, that the Lord allowed me to cut my hair back off and diet, okay, because it is cute. Get into it. All right, y'all.